So I recently got overcharged by this company, PaySafe, and to the tune of $1,500, and I finally just got that money back. So I'm making this video to explain the story behind it, and also the 2 very easy steps you can take in order to get money back if any company has overcharged you. So 2 years ago, right out of college, I saw this video talking about Christmas light businesses. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. So I started selling Christmas lights with my brother, and we went door to door, printed thousands of flyers, handed them in mailboxes, which turns out is actually illegal because the post office owns your mailbox, and they're the only people that can put stuff in it, which is why Amazon never delivers to your actual mailbox and always delivers to your porch, because the post office has a legal monopoly on your mailbox. But besides that, business was going well. We signed some customers, and during this whole process, I'm looking at like credit card processing, getting insurance, and thinking, well, you need to be able to accept payment in multiple forms. So I contacted PaySafe, which, in order to get credit card processing, I mean, no one actually used credit card processing, and we did most of everything through Venmo, but I was like, okay, I just have it. So I think I paid like $35 to them or something. And then after the Christmas season, I canceled the account, filled out my little, what's that online thing called? DocuSign, and didn't think anything of it. Then, let's see, back in December, I was going through my bank statement. I'm like, what is this charge? And I see it keep popping up, and I'm like, holy crap, it's like $300 a month. Like, what is this? I call my bank, they can't tell me what it is. I'm like, I did not authorize this. This is not me. I don't know what the heck is happening. So I shut down my whole bank account, get a new bank account, move everything over, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'm out. At that point, I didn't even realize how much I was out, because I didn't go all the way back, but it was $1,500 I was out. And I mean, for me personally, I've always been really good with my finances. I don't overspend. So I always thought, like, I don't really need to pay that close attention to my bank account, because I mean, there's always money in it. Like, I live well below my means. I don't buy luxury goods. I mostly just spend money to eat healthy, and it's free to go for walks in nature. So very low cost lifestyle, but highly enjoyable. Anyways, if I do go on a trip, like my friend and I just got back from backpacking the White Mountains. 5-day trip cost us $80 a piece, because we went to the national forest and stayed at some really nice private campground there. And when I say private, I don't mean actually like private. I mean like the closest campsite to us, because it's like backwoods camping, was 0.7 miles, and it was really nice, really private. We had a little stream running through the back of it, but it was an awesome time. But still, the whole cost of the trip was just food and gas. Anyways, I've never been one to really check my bank account. I'm just like, there's money in it. I know there's money in it. I know more money gets put in it than gets taken out. But I go back, I'm like looking through these charges. I pull up my previous statements. I'm like, shit. Like, how did I not see all this money leave? I'm like, at least the problem is over now. And then a month later, I get an email in the mail from PaySafe saying that I've defaulted, that due to insufficient funds or something, I'm now being sent to their collections department, and my credit score is gonna like tank and all this stuff, trying to like scare me. And I called them up, and I admit my first call to them wasn't the nicest. I mean, I just lost $1,500 that I was pretty sure I was never going to see again. And the guy was trying to ask me, like, what's your social security number? What's your address? What's your email address? And I'm like, I'm not telling you any of this fucking shit. Like, fuck you guys. You just stole my money. But eventually I calmed down, called him back up, and we go through that whole process. Because, I mean, it is... it's a merchant service account, so there is a lot of security around it. And I'm talking to them, and I'm like, look, I have the DocuSign from a year and a half ago saying I canceled. And literally 6 months after I signed the DocuSign, they started recharging my account, but I just never caught it. And it went on. And for some reason, it was like, at first, it was like $97 a month. And then it jumped up to like 100 and something. Then the last one was like 300. Like, I have no idea what the heck was happening with the pricing. But I call up, I send them an email, and I'm like, look, here's all the false charges. Here's the DocuSign. Like, that's the big thing I want to emphasize that allowed me to do this. I saved that email. It is not worth deleting emails. They take up so little space. I don't delete them. All I do to clear up my inbox is I have a folder that just says read, quotation marks, past tense. Because read and read spelled the same. So I just drop everything in there, because you can just search for whatever you want in the search bar of Gmail. So you're literally wasting your time if you sort through your emails and you put them in little folders. I know it feels all productive. I used to do the same thing. It is a waste of time, because if you actually need to find something, you can just search for words that you know should be in it, or the sender, or the rough date. It's so much easier to do that. But anyways, I find the email. That's the big thing I would say, is just don't delete emails. Like, with how cheap storage is today, I don't care if you have to get off Gmail's free 5 gigabytes, which I haven't. My Gmail account's like 10 years old. But, I mean, 1 terabyte a month is, I think it's like $19 or maybe less. It's like $19 if you get Gemini Pro with it. But it's so inexpensive, and literally not deleting stuff allows you to do this. If I didn't have that DocuSign saved, they could have just been like, oh, well, where is that cancellation contract? We never had it. I mean, who's to say they save their documents? But I'm like, no, I have the DocuSign saved. I have the agreement saying I canceled my terms, my conditions with you guys. This is over. Like, I don't know why I'm being charged. And I call them up. I call them up again. They're like, oh, yeah, we'll handle it. Each time I call them up, it goes on for like 2 months. I mean, granted, I found them easier to deal with than PayPal, because I literally had PayPal 2 years ago also try to withhold $1,000 from me. And literally, these huge companies, they're such pain in the ass to deal with. Because PayPal, so it was Venmo withheld the money, but Venmo, I think, is owned by PayPal. But Venmo withheld the money, and it's so difficult to deal with these large companies, because they just keep bouncing you around within the system. And then you'll get people who are like, oh, no, we can't tell you what's actually going on, but we'll look into it. And they don't give a shit. Like, they get paid all the same whether or not they resolve your issue. And, I mean, what are you going to do? You're tiny. Like, anyways, but with PayPal and the whole Venmo fiasco, one thing I realized is the Better Business Bureau. Seriously, it is so easy to file a complaint with them. And companies like keeping their little Better Business A rating. So what that means, and from my understanding of how Better Business works, is if you submit a complaint with them, it will be seen by higher up people that can actually do something than the service rep you call on the phone, who actually has like no power to make stuff happen, because companies want to keep their Better Business rating, which doesn't mean they're going to solve your issue, but what it means is they will at least respond to your issue. So my issue with PaySafe was they kept on giving me new case numbers. So every time I called up, and they'd be like, oh, here's a new case number. Here's a new case number. Like, I don't need a new case number. Like, this is the original case number. This thing's been going on for months. Like, just help me fix it. Anyways, I call up, I go online, Better Business Bureau, fill out the form, submit that. A week later, I get a response. And they're like, yep, we overcharged you. We're sorry. Do you want us to, like, is the original bank account still open? I'm like, hell no, it's not. That thing's closed. They're like, okay, well, if you send us your new bank account information, we can deposit the money in it for you. I'm like, fuck you. You're not getting that. Like, no way in hell am I giving you my business account information after you just overcharged me $1,500. And I'm like, you can send me a check in the mail. I don't want anything else. I want a check in the mail, because I'm not giving you any more information at all. And today, I got that check in the mail. And, I mean, huge headache. But the whole purpose of this is to say, check. I now am in the habit of checking my credit cards, checking my bank statement. I do it the last day of the month without fail. It takes about 4 hours, maybe a little less, because I mean I do it for my company too. So I do a whole audit of all the finances, and I go through, make sure there's no charges on it, and it's really like you need to audit your finances. You need to go through it. You need to at least pay attention to it, keep track of it. And even if you're like me and you always have more money coming in than going out, and you're not actually worried about, like, if you have enough money to buy food, you need to keep track of that because people can overcharge you, and you want to get that money back. Because at first it was just $90 a month, and then it turned up to like $300 a month. And I mean, yeah, I'm really happy I caught it when I did, and I'm very lucky. Like, I'm very lucky to have gotten the money back, because it is a huge headache and a huge pain in the ass to deal with these huge companies, because they'll just lose you in the weeds, and then you have to go, and now you have to file a small claims thing against them, and you have to submit money for that, and then you have to figure out who you serve with the documents in the first place. And it becomes this huge pain in the ass thing. And it sucks. But yeah, don't delete your emails. Check your finances once a month. Go through them with a fine-tooth comb. Look for anything out of the ordinary. And use the Better Business Bureau. They are really good at helping get money back that companies have. I mean, I'll use the word stolen, because I mean, if I can't access it and they have it, then that's stolen money. So, literally in the past 2 years, I've gotten back $2,500. And I don't know why it happens to me so often, but I now know how to solve it. And if you just go Better Business Bureau right away, like you feel the company's jerking you around a little bit, just go Better Business Bureau. And you'll save yourself a lot of time and a lot of headache. And if I ever have to deal with stuff like this again, I'm just going straight Better Business Bureau. I'm not going to contact the companies. Just going to file a complaint with them. Peace out.